I was recently interviewing my friend Joe Newman for the podcast. He's the author of an incredible book called Raising Lions, and he shared something so profound and so insightful. You're going to hear it on the podcast when it comes out, but I have to share it here because I want to unpack this. He said, often we're parenting our own inner child, not the child in front of us. And this really got me thinking, and it got me thinking about the parents that I coach, the work, my own inner parenting work that I've done with myself. And a while back, I created a 4-step process that I call PAR. A lot of you are already familiar with this, but if you're not, you can go into the link in my profile. I hosted a free 60-minute workshop on how to use PAR, and I outline a lot of the practices in that, and you can download that for free. But essentially what PAR means is pause, acknowledge, respond, reflect. I needed a way, a tool for myself to move me from feeling triggered and reactive to being more thoughtfully responsive and more mindful in my choices. And so what resulted was I was feeling triggered. I was feeling activated, if you don't like the word triggered, and they were going unchecked. And as a result, I was becoming reactive with my kids, reactive toward my husband, reactive toward loved ones. And I was sort of acting out of my values and out of it didn't feel like it was of integrity to me. It wasn't aligning with who I am. So I needed a way to be able to kind of pull back and go, what's going on here? So pausing is the first step, and it's probably the most critical. Being able to teach ourselves how to pause and go back into our bodies is so important. I teach a lot of somatic practices around this. So if you're interested in learning more, you can also download the free workshop on self-regulation for parents, because there are ways that we can calm our bodies down and go back into our body without it taking a long time, by the way. I'm talking like 5 to 10 seconds. Once we pause, then we acknowledge. We acknowledge that we are in an activated state without judgment. I had to add the without judgment because 9 out of 10 times parents would recognize that they're triggered, recognize that they're activated, and then they would qualify it in some way. Yeah, but because, or they would defend it, or they would explain it, or they would justify it. All that's doing is making it worse. All you're doing is just acknowledging, like, okay, I'm at a level 10 right now, and that's it. You're not judging it. You're just seeing it and feeling it and allowing. Then we move into a response. When you pause and you ground yourself, get right back into your body, and you acknowledge that you are in an activated state, your response is going to be 10 times better than that quick overreaction that would have happened. And you will be able to attend to your child's needs, not by what your inner child was provoked by. And then lastly, we reflect. We reflect on what is coming up. Why do I feel so activated when that fairly benign situation happens? Why am I acting out of my values? Why am I yelling? Why am I doing things that are not how I want to show up every day in my relationships? When you practice PAR and you use it consistently, it is tremendous how it shifts almost every relationship, not just the relationship with your kids. So grab those free downloads if you want to learn more about it. And additionally, just stay tuned because I have a PAR journal that's coming out, hopefully in April, but later this spring, that outlines the entire process for you so that you actually have a tangible way of doing this in your home every single day. It's exactly what I did. And I can tell you at this point in my life, there are very few things that really rattle me. I'm very aware of what's coming in. I'm very aware of how to filter things through. I can get right back into my body and release things. It doesn't even take me too long, but you have to commit to this practice in a way that really feels doable and right for you.